MadeinTyo. The last time I saw you, you were getting ready to have a baby, and now you're a dad.
Yes,
it's
so
official.
Lit. Yeah, it's official. It's so lit, man. I'm excited. It's making me work even more hard.
Is it?
Excited to come home even more. Like, I used to be like, oh yeah, I'm about to just see my girl. I'm coming home.
Yeah.
But like now I'm like this, yo. Like I was like, where's my kid? What's going on? Like, so I'm even hyped more for that. And kind of like I tell people like they should be more scared because I got more energy behind me now.
Man.
Like I'm more motivated than ever.
You have a life.
Yes.
To take care of. That changes everything.
Yeah.
That makes you go in the studio for hours and hours. What's been the hardest part about being a father?
Sometimes I'll be feeling bad because like my girl barely gets sleep like that.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those. I don't know if it might be the hardest part is just leaving now, like leaving the crib. Like, but other than that, like I told my girl, I was like, I stay up all night. I'm working in the studio 24/7. So if I have to stay up for a kid, that's fine. Like that's cool. Like I'm always up. I'm in the studio working all night. I probably won't get in the crib until like 6 or 7. So I think the hardest thing is just leaving. But like the thing that soothes that and makes me not even really think about it as much as knowing that every time I leave the house, I'm working. Every time I leave the house, I'm like working and putting in work to just even this interview. One day my child will be watching it and knowing that like, yo, he was always going in. He was always making sure that we were straight. So like that's the main part, being an example.
This is such a great time.
Yeah, no,
now you're engaged too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations.
On Valentine's Day, I went ahead and popped the question. I was like, you have a kid now, and somebody was telling me, they were like, yo, what type of ring is this that you got? I was like, what other ring do you think? You can't give no promise ring after you have a kid. I'm like, what are you promising? Like, I'm like, no. So I was like, of course, and that's my my girl, my homie. So it was just one of them like, it was just one of them things. I feel like it was already in the air, and it was just like, when is it gonna happen? So I just went ahead and I feel like it was one of those. Maybe to everybody else, it's official now. Right. To everybody else, but like it's always been official to us. To you. But like I feel even then, I feel like more female wait for that day than guys do for some reason.
I think so too. I think we've been socialized to think
so much. And me, I was on some like, man, when I give her this ring, I feel like she'll take me even more serious, and not only that, but the world will take me more serious to where people are like, oh, congrats on the wifey, or some people will message me before I even did that and be like this, oh, I didn't even know you had a girlfriend. I'm like, but like
always talk about her.
I'm like this, what are you like, huh? Like I'm like this, I just had a kid. All it is like, you think I'm just out here? Like, like, but I mean the typical rapper, nowadays you're just out here. Like you just because you got a kid don't mean that you in a committed relationship or all of that. So it's exciting. That's a whole nother that's that's besides the music, but that's.
What's harder, being a dad or making music?
Well, I don't think I've got the my child is almost 2 weeks old. So it's not really much that I'm getting into or my child's getting into. Like half of the time you're either sleeping or I'm changing diapers or just staring at my child while I sleep. But other than that, there's nothing hard with that. I think it's more now creating music and having that time and trying to find the time, because I'm about to go on tour and all that. So it's a lot, but at the same time, I was on the plane just coming here, and I was just thinking yo, we have a whole new
family.
Person. I was we had I woke up the other day laying next to my girl, and I'm like, yo, this is a whole baby. We're really dad and mom now. This is one of those moments where you're I'm officially older now. I was this is and I told my pops, I was you're officially grandpa now. Regardless of which way you want to put it, I was there's not calling you old, but you're officially and I feel now I even have more of a a purpose.
Yeah.
Like to more, whereas like now it means more, where some days I'll be like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. Now I get up and I go do it for my kid. Like,
that's
so it's like, it's even more like, I think it helps my manager even more too now. He's like this, oh, he's more excited now. He's more like ready to like go do this and that. So, I haven't had the hard moments yet, like being a dad yet.
This is the good honeymoon stage.
Yeah, this is the cool.
This
like
is
we
the
haven't
fun,
even got to like the like the crazy,
Oh,
but
you're gonna start missing your family. Well, are you gonna bring them on the road? Well, as the baby gets older, of course.
Well, as the baby gets older, I will. Like right now, like
stay at home.
Yeah, my kids at home with my mom, my dad, my girl. Like, so like I don't really feel as bad leaving because she has help. My mom had 4 kids. Her mom had a lot of kids.
Damn.
So like she has all the help as far as any questions and that. Like I'll be telling her I don't really know too much. Like I didn't really help my mom when she had all of us. It was just I was being a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about this, but I was like, I'm pretty sure my mom, all of them, like they're like super supportive and they're excited. This is the first grandkid on my end, on my side of the family. Like this is the first grandchild. So like it's
everything.
It's everything. Like it's amazing.
This is such a great time for you, and you're back on the road. You have your new song, Skateboard P.
Yes.
And Big Sean's on it.
Yes.
Now, is this obviously in honor of Pharrell, the song, or is it different?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay,
like,
just want to make sure.
Yeah, it's skateboard. Like, you can't run around saying Skateboard
there's no
P.
one else. Yeah.
There's no like this. The last time somebody heard about Skateboard P is when Pharrell was saying it.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, you can't run around and say Skateboard P without it being, that. And I feel like a lot of people now, it was perfect timing. A lot of people now are getting these ridiculous chains and all of this, and like similar to doing the Gucci links and all of that, like Pharrell and all of that. So everybody loves Bape and Nigo and all of that. So I had to like at that moment when we got Sean on it, it was like before that, like I wanted to just put that record out there. I was like, yo, like Pharrell's like my favorite artist. Like I have to do a song, and like that was the move. Matter of fact, actually, shout out to K Swisher who produced it, because when he played the beat to me, I was like, yo, what should I rap about on this? Like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know, man. Talk about your chain. Skateboard P. Go in. Like, what? I'm just like,
okay.
Boom. 10 minutes later, I'm in the booth like, damn, they were.
Yeah.
And then everybody like, yo, like, did he just? And it just came quick. It was one of the quickest records that I did. And on top of that, it was the last record for that project when I put it out. So it's definitely shout out to Pharrell. Pharrell came out to it in the Complex Con. He came out to the song for his I Am Mother like set. So, and I met him and he told me rock with the record. So it was dope. And that was before Sean was on it. So it was even more love. Like, so yeah, shout out to P.
Was that like a moment for you?
Bruh, like moment. Like that was like conclude, like let's finish 2016 off. It was crazy. It was dope. He was super just humble. Like you always see Pharrell in pictures or, different things, jumping in different flows, doing different vibes and all that stuff. And to like be at that moment where it's like, oh, you're at a certain level now, where you meet Pharrell and you were just making the record, or you were just watching his Mr. Me Too video, or like, all of this, from everything that he's done to like now, to meeting him and the fact that he's still hip on everything. And it's just like, if he came out today, he would still be one of the flyest.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's just like, he never gets like, first of all, like we all look at Pharrell, he does not look old. He looks the same. So it's like this, and I feel like his whole branding, everything from even the way he ages to like his music to his style, always stays 10 steps ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I feel like he always pushes it. So like, that's where I'm like, I gotta push that, and I gotta let kids know that are around my age and younger that like, this is somebody that you guys all should be looking up to.
Exactly.
Like,
Which is so important.
Yes, it's very important.
some of the.
And shout out to him having I'm about to have
Wait, they had triplets.
Yes,
Pharrell had triplets.
Yes, and he already has a kid, so it was like I seen that around the same time like my girl had like our kid, and I was just like, yo, I was like this. We had one. Pharrell just had 3. I was like, man, he always ups everybody. I was like this. I was like, even Beyonce is having 2, and he just had 3. Like like
3.
this is normal. This is natural. Like now I got a squad, and I can only imagine how talented and creative like his kids are gonna be.
They're gonna be so cute and amazing.
It's super dope to like see that.
So how did Big Sean get on the song?
Okay, so Big Sean was originally like I have followed Big Sean. Obviously, I had been following Big Sean for forever, and just I think around the time, I wouldn't say like he didn't follow me, but just so happened just on like random stuff, I feel like I popped up on his timeline, and he would favorite different things, and I would be like, oh, it's Big Sean. He seen that? Like, he seen what I just posted or whatever. And then it came to a point where, like, we were following each other. He followed me. And then I DM'd him. I'm like, yo, I rock with you. Boom, 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 this, that, and the third. And I kind of left it as that. Just like, I rock with you, like, appreciate you showing love to me. And then I would say maybe a month later, I was working on my project, and I'm like, yo, if I can get Big Sean on here, you know, he do be favorite in, like, my tweets and stuff. Maybe he rock with me enough to jump on something. So I leaned the like, leap of faith. Also like, yo, I got this project. I got this record, and it wasn't originally Skateboard P. It was another record I have on my mixtape. Called Lose It, and at the time he was overseas with Janae and like I think like Europe, like Switzerland, different spots, and he was telling me he was gonna do it, just send it, and he never really got time to do it, and I had to put my project out. Like I was like, yo, I gotta put my project out, I can't wait. And I would say 2 weeks after my project was out, he hit me back and was like, you know, I'm sorry that I couldn't do that, whatever is the hottest record on that project, let me jump on it. Like, so he came back afterwards. I'm thinking, oh man, it's a dub, it's whatever. It's cool, he busy, whatever, you know, like, so then he came back, and then I would say like less than a week, he sent me the verse back after I sent it to him and was like, yo, like, let's go crazy, like whatever, boom, boom. Then from there, like, we randomly hit each other up and just like talk about random stuff, or I link up with them, and like we ran around trying to get this video done. Sean's been running around around the same time we got this video done was in the midst of him getting ready to put his project out. So it's just like he made time to get that done. And crazy thing is, like, I'm giving you the first story. The day that we were going to shoot this video, that morning that I was getting ready, putting my clothes all in a bag, getting ready to go shoot this video, is when my girl's water broke. The day. Like, and I'm just like, yo, how am I going to shoot this video? Oh. Like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, yo, I'm like, I've been chilling at the crib. I've been here all week because I thought it was going to happen. And the day that I got to do something, this is when it happens. So when that happens, we rushed to the hospital, all of that. The doctor is telling us that, oh, we don't think that she's going to have it exactly right now, so you might have some time to actually go do that. So I'm like, yo.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm like, yo, I might? Like, are y'all telling me I can? Like, do you know? And you're like, well, she hasn't started having contractions, all of this. So I'm like,
wow.
Like, and I'm looking at my girl, and she's like, you have to go do that. Like, you have to shoot the video. Like, Sean is free. You have to go do it. And I'm just like, oh, God, like, you guys are all putting me in this position right now. It like on some, I'm just sitting there like, you're right, I really have to go do this. Like, this is like one of those moments. So I go do this video. The whole time of like shooting this video, that's where my mind's at. Like, while I'm shooting this video, so people see this video, actually it just dropped today. Yeah. And people will see this video and you'll never know. I'm super turned up, all of this, but like that's the moment me and Sean are sitting on the DeLorean talking about like, yo, I hope people rock with my album that's coming out. And I'm like, yo, like my girl's about to have this baby. And like we both having these conversations to where like the baby was successfully here. I got there in time for when the baby was there. I got there in time for that. Sean's album's #1 in the country, to where we're both worried about like something, and it's like good things are happening for both of us.
That's so amazing.
It was one of them moments where it was like, yo, in the mid of me dabbing, like or whatever, like any moment this baby could come. And like, you know, like, so I rushed back, got back there, like coached her through it. Didn't even know I could coach her through it. I'm like, yo, like she gonna be squeezing the hell out of my hand. I don't know how, like, you know, how this is gonna like pan out. And like she did good, man. Like I was like, I'm blessed. Like my mom was there while I was gone. My mom stayed there at the hospital.
God.
So then as soon as I got there, she called me. I'm on the freeway. She's like, we're gonna have to switch off now. Now that you're on your way back, I'm going home, and you can watch her. And then you call me when they say that it's about to come. I'm like, all night. I'm talking about I got done with that video. I was up that morning from 7 all the way that morning since she told me that all the way until the next day, and then she didn't have it until around like 3 or 4. Like I was up the whole time, like sitting there, just like she'll fall asleep, wake up to another contract. I'm just like this, waiting, like just waiting, like texting people like, oh, you think all the video is gonna come out, doing all of this at the same time, like worried, all of this, like not knowing what's going on, but everything came through.
But everything happened the way it was supposed to.
Everything happened the way, and it was like, you know, I guess in God makes everything happen the way that it happens for a reason, and you'll always have to have a story. And I feel like it's like, I was like, of course it happened on the day that I had to shoot a video.
Of course.
I was like, of course. Like I was like, of course one day I'm gonna have to tell this story to somebody.
Did you tell Sean that? Like what was happening in your life?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I told Sean. He was like, "Yo, it's crazy." Like Sean's like, "Yo, this is wild."
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, like I remember when I first told him that I was having a kid. We was at Kanye's show.
Yeah.
He took me to Kanye's show, like the Yeezy show, the last one he had in LA. And I'm like, "Yo, you know, I got a kid on the way." He's like, "Wow, that's crazy." Like, you know, like,
sound just
yeah, like he was like,
that,
"Yo, it's so crazy. It's amazing." Like, you know, all of that. You know, like
So
super. And I'm just like this. Yep. You know, like I don't know. I mean, yeah, this is life.
Crazy.
It's almost 8 months now.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm telling him like, yep, you know, I'm a dad now. You know,
so awesome.
So it's cool, man. Sean is like the most humble. I wouldn't want anybody else on that remix, and for the fact that like Sean's a part of that culture to the next person, like that would make sense to put on a record as far as rocking Babe, to being friends with Nico, to all of that, to where it makes sense. Like he even said in the song, he's like, Skateboard P, that's my OG.
Yeah.
To where it's like this, like low key to the world, like Big Sean, my OG.
Yeah.
To where it's like you were out before me. I was looking up to you after I was looking up to Pharrell.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's in the chain of like one day somebody will be like, oh man, I seen your video of Big Sean, or I seen that, or I watched your interview with Nessa, and y'all were talking about that. So like it just made sense to where it's like you have to get somebody that's a part of that culture that makes sense with that. And just so happens Sean being super humble, just like watching all of his blogs to everything, like he's the same person, like in person.
Because
so
you know
it's,
it's
like,
so easy to
so
change.
it's just, oh my God. And the fact that like he's super humble, he's like, you see him everywhere with his girl and Janae, and she's super humble, and like it's dope. It's dope to be circled around them while like your artist trying to be in your relationship and do you, to where it's just like, oh, I could be at this level and still like be sane.
Yes,
like I could still be sane.
Because
that's the part of worrying about like as being an artist is like, yo, after you get a certain level, can you be sane like that? Because you see all these other artists going crazy or doing all this, and I'm just like, yo, like I got some people that are around me that are living examples of being like a star.
And being okay.
Yes, and being okay.
Their family's good and everything's
your mom,
all right.
making sure your mom's straight, all of that. Like the first time I went to his listening party, his mom's like, yo, this is my mom. But and I always have my mom with me at my shows. If she's in town, she's at my shows. So it's like, it was just one of those like, yo, like you got your mom too around.
That's so cute though.
I you know, like you know what? I rock with you even more. You got your mom around.
Yeah.
You include them in your music, all of that. Like it's dope.
And it's so important, right?
Yes,
you want to be included with that kind of
energy. You watch
energy.
Skateboard P video, I got my little brother next to me, my older brother. Like I got my whole squad around me, to where it's like, yo, this is my big video. Like I gotta have my team around me and give you my vibe versus just, oh, this the big budget video with Big Sean. Come through. Where's your chains?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, and it's like this. I put my one chain on Sean got all his chains on, and I'm like, these is years of having all these chains. I just got my chain. I'm not type to flex and go have the jury dude
Right.
pull up and give all the chains. No, I'm gonna wear my one chain and show progression through my music
love
to where
this.
it's like you didn't just flex up and try to be as big as
Exactly.
Big Sean.
Exactly.
Like just be Tokyo.
Yeah, exactly.
And like eventually you're gonna get there.
Do you?
Like so that's like the Sean was the perfect fit for that song. And on top of that, like he's humble. After I put him on it, it was just more like it was like when you meet somebody and they're like your homie.
Exactly.
And it's just like, dang, you don't even know me like that. But like you super, oh, what's up? First time meeting in person was when we went to the Kanye show. We was just messaging. He had already did the song,
That's
but he was like, oh, you going to Kanye show? Oh, I might pull out with you. Cool. Bet. Like, just let me know. I'm going to pull up at this time, whatever. Just meet me there. And that was our first time kicking it at the Kanye show.
Just cool. Just
on
normal.
some normal,
Yeah.
whatever, oh, yeah, like, yeah, let's walk over here and let's watch Mike Dean do all the instruments and everything.
So
Why,
awesome.
like, just on some normal, like, yeah, this my homie, boom, boom, boom. All of this is just like, yo, you don't have to do none of this.
None.
Like, so it's like, you're going to be good. Even if you didn't do the remix with me or nothing, you were still going to get the #1 album.
Exactly.
Like, doesn't matter if you was working with me. So when it doesn't matter, it means the most.
I love that.
So it's just like, that's what it was. When it didn't matter, it meant the most to me.
Exactly.
So
Now, how did people feel when you said that you're not Ubering anymore and you're going to lift everywhere?
oh, my fans loved it.
Of course.
Like, they was like, oh my
You're
God.
like, yes.
You know how many, so many, I would say, I didn't even know I had that many Muslim fans or anything like that. And I had so many people hit me up to, I'm like, yo, who is this kid? I don't even really, I see all another language on this thing. And he found a way to still message me and be like this. Thank you. Even though your record, Uber Everywhere, went platinum, you still understand. And you still know what's right and what's wrong. Regardless, you didn't let like the fame or your song like take your head there. I'm like, yo, like honestly, I can't even really ride around in an Uber like that anymore, even if I wanted to, because my girl's not about to have my kid in an Uber.
Yeah.
Every time she gotta jump in an Uber like this, I gotta go buy a car.
Yeah.
I'm like, this Tokyo gotta go buy a car now. Like, and versus like, and like on top of that, just if you were raised the right way, you know right from wrong.
Yes.
And you treat people the way you want to be treated. And per se, I don't get treated a certain way when I'm in an Uber. But at the same time, like this, you got to know. And knowing is more valuable than anything. And being like, some artists will be like, I'm not going to speak out on this. Or I'm politically not going to speak on this.
Yes.
But at the same time, if you have a voice the same way you had Martin Luther King, he had a voice. And he was very strong with his voice, and he spoke to people.
Yeah.
Because he knew he had the outlet. He knew people looked up to him.
Exactly.
And he knew that he could start a march and he could have a speech and all of that. And
Right.
people would like listen. To where it's like this, when you know that you have a following and you have young kids that listen to you, it's like this, yo, I know I was preaching this Uber Everywhere thing, but like, nah, we like, if you got to get in a lift, go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, like whatever the case is, like it's bigger than just that. It's just you learn right from wrong when you're this age. So it's like this, like you just gotta treat people the same way that you want to be treated. If that was my mom in an Uber, if that was my cousin, whatever the case is, like we all, it's like this. We ain't family, but we all family.
Exactly.
Like
We're
we
all
all like
connected.
we all human.
Yep.
So it's like we gotta treat. I was like dog, cat, like whatever the case is, purple, yellow. Like you gotta support everybody.
Exactly.
So it's like regardless. So when I heard that, I'm like, man, here we go. Uber about to mess up my whole little thing. Like this now. People talking about MadeinTyo canceled. Like no. I don't support anything that's not right.
Yeah.
Like anything that I do is for a purpose.
I love
so, like it is what it is. Until they get their situation right or whatever, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like this, I'm running around and I'm doing drops for Skateboard P.
Yeah,
and,
right.
And off the other things.
And the Adidas collaboration.
Oh, man.
Congratulations.
Man, appreciate it. That was dope. In probably one of the hardest verses. When I say hardest to write. Like as far as like they wanted me to do a Frank Sinatra kind of like inspired verse on this like different type of beat that MadeinTyo does not rap on.
Yeah.
But it was a dope experience to where it's like, yo, you're working with Adidas. Like this is lit. Like you working with it, like regardless anything else. I'm sitting there and my pops walked in. I was like, I don't know if I could write this verse. And I was telling my brother, and they looking at me like, it's Adidas. What are you talking about? Like, yo, like you rap? Like this is your job? And on top of that, like this is a bigger outlet for people to know you, to get to know you, to where it's like you got Adidas Japan, Adidas UK, everybody retweeting this and showing love, to where not only that, but you're working with the Adidas people to possibly where it's like people now that are like my homies from Pusha T to Sean, they've all worked with Adidas, to where it falls in the same thing where I'm saying there's kids that are gonna grow up to where it's like you're following those same footsteps. You have to make those footsteps, or you can stay right here. And like, you know, you can collab with whoever you're collabing with from streetwear. Like, cause I thought it was so big for me to collab with 10 Deep back, and for me it was on some following the footsteps. I seen Kid Cudi, all these people do that, to where it's like, okay, that's your streetwear, and now it's time to where it's like, all right, now you see all these people like these big companies reaching out for you to do a verse. They want MadeinTyo to rap. Like Adidas wants MadeinTyo to rap. Oh yeah, it's made in Adidas. Let's go. Like let's go. You know, so. That's amazing. That's dope.
Man, congratulations. Every time I see you, you always have something.
Man.
Everything's going the way it's supposed to. I'm excited to see what's about to happen next for you.
Oh, man. All I know is I'm working on my album. I just dropped this video. Me and Sean are going on tour from March 17th to April 20th.
Nice.
And Sean's going on tour with the #1 album, and MadeinTyo is headlining, like opening up this. And if anybody's seen my show, I'm raging. So like if I'm coming out straight up, like I'm warming, like you can't get the crowd warmer than that. Like this, I'm about to like to where it's like Sean is very like he can turn up, but he's very calm and he might give you a speech and talk about things and like level headed, to where it's like, you know, like that. Me, I'm coming straight out the box like, yo, we out here, like boom. And it's amazing because you never seen MadeinTyo on stages that are big with the production and all of that, to where now I'm popping out and the lights and the smoke, all of this. Like I can only imagine to now it's not only MadeinTyo performing, but MadeinTyo is about to be able to give like his fans a show.
Yeah.
Like so it's like, so now I'm excited to where it's like I got that outlet to like really like gauge with more fans and reach out to more people going every city, and who else better to do it with than Big Sean? Like it's perfect timing.
It is.
Right? And I tell Sean this too. I'm like, yo, do you understand you just put me on a tour right after I had my kid, like a month after I had my kid? Like you don't know how much I appreciate you.
Yeah. Like
you're keeping me busy. Like I don't have to go look for nothing right now. Like everything is just laid out the right way. Like I'm like,
blessings.
God. I'm like this, yeah, Sean, but I'm like this, God couldn't have put it together any other way.
It's because you have a good energy, man. Every time I see you, you're always humble, down to earth. I'm really happy for you.
Nobody want to be around nobody that ain't down to earth.
Listen, that's real.
And
so
like,
thank you for not being, you know, stuck up and being funny style, still coming through, showing us love.
My manager told me, he's like, yo, we going to Hot, and yeah, you got something with Nessa. I'm like, and I overheard it because he's talking to somebody. He's like, I'm like, Nessa? Oh, it's about to be lit. It's about to be more lit. I'm like, this. Well, I was like, last time I seen her, we was doing an interview, boom, 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 and like it's just the energy. And I seen something. I was looking something up, and I searched your name and everything, and I was looking at it, and I think it was a fader write up.
Yeah,
it's dope.
And that's what makes us beautiful, is that hip hop has given us all careers, right? And then those who've paved the way, they're
showing
older.
love back.
You get what I'm saying? And showing
love back
back
to where it feels amazing what you do to get actually pushed to the forefront, and people be like, you know what? We see what you're doing, and we rock with it. Keep going.
Keep
like
going.
We rock with this.
Yes.
So keep going. Like this is the way we would have did it.
Exactly.
And not only way we did it, but we like what you add to it.
Yes.
So like I appreciate when artists come to me like that, and
you.
I appreciate that.